Welcome to the NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. We are on to Game 2 of the Durham Regional after a dominant win in Game 1 for Duke, and it is the Sun Belt champion Coastal Carolina, the 3 seed, taking on Georgia out of the SEC. 12-0 win for Duke in Game 1 over Howard, so the Blue Devils are into the 1-0 game tomorrow. They will be joined by either Coastal Carolina or Georgia. Hello. Offense clicking at the right time. The pitching behind Nicolette Picone was phenomenal throughout the Sun Belt tournament and really all season long. She has been the ace all year. Pippen cuts after the off speed. She goes down on strikes. Rips one into the right field and make it an 8-game hit streak. That didn't take long to extend.
Yeah, just a really nice piece of hitting.
You look at a stat line and we kind of just said, all right, let's go for it. Skies that high in the air, center field, good night at the track, the wall, it's gone! Coastal Carolina immediately opens up a 2-0 lead on Georgia Hood's 19th home run of the season. 87 on the season for Coastal Carolina, ties the most they've had ever in a single season.
And I'd say it worked out for the transfer. Georgia Hood from Australia hits this one almost to Australia. Up in the jet stream, rise ball, and catches too much of the white. By Lily Backus, that's what makes Roos so good, along with her power.
3-2. In the dirt, ball 4. Kirsten Roos works an 8-pitch walk. Runner on first with just 1 out.
Again, we talked about it already quite a bit, but the power in this lineup, they can change the game with one swing of the bat.
Maddie Jennings goes down on strikes. Both outs in the inning have been recorded via such a key role, hitting over 300 on the season. Runner takes off. Here's the throw down to second. It's late. Stolen base for Maddie Jennings.
Hesitates for a moment. That's all Kirsten Roos needs.
Looped into right field, drops down for a base hit. Roos gets the wave home, and Coastal Carolina has put a 3 spot up in the first inning. That stolen base proves to be very important now.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you have an offense that can do everything. Roos takes advantage of the extra 60 feet on the stolen base, and then this ball just has eyes out into right field. Without that steal, without that extra 60 feet, Coastal doesn't score that one. Good things.
But this year, that average above 300 has been very good at the bottom of the order. Ground ball, third base. Williams on to first in time to get Normandin, and that ends the inning.
They are so talented in all 3 phases of the game. The key has been the consistency piece.
Goodnight reaches after this one, rolls it to second, and Roos is on to first for the first out of the day. Bounces right back to the pitcher, and Picone, who can field the position too.
In this count against Ellison, I think we might see her pull the string here. It tunnels so well with her curveball.
She does. It's a slow roller to third. Keith throws it away. Ellison gets another base out of it. She's into second.
Now, Georgia within striking distance.
Chopper back to the pitcher, and Picone, who flips it onto first, and that ends the inning. The error does no damage. Georgia can't score a run in the first, and Coastal's up 3 runs after 1. Kentucky when they were top 25 in the nation. Sydney Montoya sharply grounds it to short. Digby on to first, and there's 1 down.
Yeah, no, and to that.
3 balls, 2 strikes. No, 2 and 2.
Yeah, and you look at that 4-1 record versus RPI top 50. non-conference RPI as Lily Backus with an absolute nasty changeup. has been in Chapel Hill, which is 20 minutes away from Duke's campus.
Lily Pippin flares it into shallow left field. That's the shortstop Digby, and that ends the inning. A 1-2-3 inning in the top of the second. Georgia bats coming up next.
7 innings live.
Sarah Gordon rips it right up the middle. It's a base hit.
Yeah, that's a big AB from Sarah Gordon. The Louisville
Way back into this one. That's put into left field for a base hit. Emily Digby, back-to-back singles to open the second inning for the Bulldogs. Every game as the catcher this season, hitting over 300. Hard hit to short, pops off the glove of Normandin. She does keep it in front of her, so it doesn't allow a run to come in, but station to station for Georgia with the bases loaded and nobody out. Slow roller to short, flip to second. The turn is not in time. A fielder's choice. It does allow Georgia to score its first run of the day as Sarah Gordon comes in.
Yeah, another righty hitting the ball hard to the left side. Bree Normandin with a ton of options here. Almost had to avoid the runner to give it up to second to go for that double play, and that's...
Chopper through the left side into left field for a base hit, and Mua Williams brings in a run to cut the Coastal Carolina lead to 1.
And that's a big one for this Georgia team for a number of reasons. Mua Williams batting 120 in the last 10 games. Here gets a changeup, kills time with the leg, gets her barrel out in front of her, scores Digby from third base, but more importantly, gets the momentum going for her ball club.
The 1-2 from Picone. Good night, chops it up the middle. It's grabbed by Picone, and she flips it onto third. Smart play to get the lead runner, and there's 2 outs. Lindy Ray Davis rolls it through the right side. Mua Williams scores, and this game is tied at 3.
And here's the senior coming up clutch, this time an off speed on the outside edge. Lindy Ray Davis identifies it, hits it through the 3-4 hole. Sydney Montoya playing deep, no chance to get Mua Williams coming around third base, and Georgia has tied it up in the bottom of the second.
Great play at short from Normandin. She flips it onto second for the force out to end the inning. But a second inning that Georgia gets all of the runs back that they lost in the first inning. We're tied at 3 through 2.
That ranks top 20 in home runs. You know you're doing something right. But to have 3 speaks to the offense that Kelly Green has built at Coastal Carolina.
Elevated into shallow right field. That's the second baseman, Tyler Ellison, 1 down.
But Hood does it with all types of tools, power and base hit ability.
Called strike 3 on the outside corner. She goes down on strikes this time. Lily Backus's 4. Ball 4, 5-pitch walk. Second straight plate appearance to start today for Kirsten Roos. Roos takes off. The throw is just late, and Kirsten Roos has her 2nd stolen base of the day and her 16th on the season.
Into the bag.
Jennings, slow chopper over to third. That's Williams on to first to end the inning. Coastal Carolina puts 1 in scoring position, but can't bring her home. It's a 3-3 game as we go to the...
A hitter, and that pitch there, hard to beat. But with wheels like that, even when you miss hit a ball 10 feet from home plate, good things happen. And that's where we see the slapper speed come into play. Jaden Goodwin not known for slapping as much anymore.
Bounce to short. Normandin flips to second. The turn is not quite in time. But Coastal Carolina gets the lead runner for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and that's a big out there. To fall behind 3-0 and battle your way back for Nicolette.
As a freshman a season ago, today her 51st start of this season. Launches it into center field. A long chase for Hudgens. It one hops the wall. Runner gets held at third. It's a double for Digby, and there's 2 runners in scoring position for Georgia.
On a hot day in Durham as well.
Only 2 1/3 innings through as Marissa Miller serves one into left field to score a run, and Georgia has taken its first lead of the day. For Georgia, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters all have an RBI as Castori squares to bunt. Mitchell takes second uncontested. 2 runners in scoring position. Stringing 3 good days together in a row. It's a called strike 3 to Castori. First strikeout of the day for Nicolette Pacone, and it's an important second out with runners on the day already for Nicolette Pacone. Off speed, that's blooped into center field and down for a base hit. 2 runs come in for Georgia. They get Williams at second, but it's 3 more in the inning for the Bulldogs to take a 6-3 lead.
How about a 3 RBI day so far from Mua Williams? Takes an off-speed pitch, kills time with the legs, and does her job. Coastal gets it in and is able to get Mua Williams out at second base, but not before Georgia extends the lead.
She had a go-ahead home run in the 4th inning of the Sun Belt Championship game against James Madison, coming up clutch in the big moments. She's out in front of it there, though. A strikeout for Lily Backus, her 5th of the day.
Attribute that to picking the outside edges, missing on the outside edges, and then having to deliver it over the middle of the plate. But to your point, Noah, hasn't missed the outside edges so far today.
A check swing that became a slow roller to first base. Popped up, stays in the infield. That's Digby, the shortstop, and it's a 1-2-3 4th inning.
And that's been really hard to do. We highlighted batting .517 in the last 10 games is the leadoff hitter for the Dogs, as she's 0 for 3 with a looking strikeout there. But that's a good sign for Coastal if you can keep the plus innings this year. So she's had time in the saddle. She's got great stuff, and they'll need her.
Davis launches one down the right field line, and it clangs off the wall. It's a long single for Lindy Ray Davis. Her 2nd hit of the day. 6 unanswered for Georgia. Coastal Carolina jumped all over Georgia in the 1st inning. 3 runs in the top of the 1st, but since then, 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd for Georgia. Diving play up the middle for Roos, the 2nd baseman. Whoa.
Just done and done by the senior.
Runner takes off. The throw down to second is in time. Paisley Allen is thrown out by a Jennings. Top of the 5th inning here from Duke Softball Stadium in Durham. Clara Hudgens on the 2nd pitch of the inning grounds it to first, and there is a quick first out here in the 5th. She's retired 11 of the last 12. Flared into center field and right on cue. They've got a base hit. It comes from the leadoff hitter, Libby Pippin.
They just have to pick a pitch and really attack it and hunt it.
Slow roller to short. The only play for Digby is on to first. 2nd out of the inning. Coastal Carolina does have a runner in scoring position, though, with Pippin moving up to 2nd in the moments where she has an opportunity to bring in runs. Gets away from the catcher, Miller. That allows the runner and Pippen to advance 60 more feet, and she's on third.
Great jump by Libby Pippen at second base. Saw the ball down, and Marissa Miller had no chance. This one kicks off the chest protector. Libby Pippen takes advantage.
4-pitch walk for Hood. That's quite honestly not the worst thing for Georgia pitching. Rips that one to third. It's a hot shot to Williams to end the inning. Coastal Carolina had a couple on base. They were threatening, but Georgia puts an end to that, and we go to the bottom of the fifth. Coaches are having their players key in on 1 to 2 pitches, and whenever they see those pitches, those are the ones they want them to swing after.
Well, the idea that you can be on time.
Great leaping play by Hood over there at first. 2 quick outs, or rather the first out of the inning.
To attack and hunt 1 pitch.
Roller back to Henderson. 2 outs in the last 2 pitches. That's Sarah Gordon who grounds out.
And just to put a bow on that point, even if you knew a fastball was coming, it's still, is it in or is it out? It's
Chopper through the hole on the left side and make it a 3-hit day for Emily Digby. Her 3rd 3-hit game of the season. Loops it into right field, and that's caught by Montoya to end the inning. Georgia puts 1 on base, but that's it. We are through 5. Maddie Jennings is going out the way she is this year. She gets called down on strikes. Number 6 today for Lily Backus in the circle. Three pitches, 3 strikes. That is a quick strikeout of Metzger. Back-to-back for Backus, number 7 on the afternoon. Bree Normandin, hot shot to short, backhand Digby, on to first! Are you serious? Floats it over to second. That's Roos on the play, 1 down.
And so for Georgia, there are so many positive things you can pull from this ball game to take you into tomorrow if things hold where they are now. And Mua Williams is one of them as she flies out to Georgia Hood at first base to get the 2nd out in the bottom of the 6th.
The 1-1. Good night, squares to bunt, lays it down right in front of home plate, and cannot beat out the throw. Great play by Jennings behind the plate. It is a 1-2-3 6th inning, but facing Lily Backus, who's given up just 1 hit since that 1st inning. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, has completely locked down the Chanticleers since then. Great lunging play by the 2nd baseman in Ellison.
Head coach Tony Baldwin and his staff and this Georgia team are going to feel really good going into tomorrow. Lily Backus, 100+ pitches so far on the day, but you got Randy rolling, you got Destin Howard in the bullpen, who will be fresh.
Here comes the 3-2. Called strike 3. Strikeout number 9 on the day for Lily Backus is the game winner. 6-3, Georgia beats Coastal Carolina in the opening round of the regional.
And again, we see the senior filling up the zone early and often. This one, a curveball on the outside edge, freezes Pippen, strike 3 is called. 9 strikeouts for Lily Backus on the day. She was huge for this Georgia team.
Those 9 strikeouts tie a season high, 3rd time she's done it this year. And after giving up 3 runs in the top of the 1st, the Bulldogs score 6 unanswered from then, and Lily Backus was shut down in the circle. So this is what tomorrow looks like.